అంటాం. ప్రతి ఇంట్లో పెద్ద ఇంట్లో దేవుడి ఇల్లు ఉంటుంది. దేవుడి ఇంట్లో ఆ కూరాడడం ఉంటాయి. ఆ పాత నాణ్యాలు వేయడం అలవాటు అసలు. ఆ నాణ్యాలు చూసే వరకేమో దేవర్ బైబిల్ కాయిన్స్ అండ్ సో ఆన్. Bibel is ruled between 1347 to 1580. Then that got me interested. Then I started to look at the study the coins and so on. And you might ask me that why should we bother about the ancient coins and so on? You know, why think of the past? Past is history, isn't it? Why bother about the past? Why not only think of today and then plan for tomorrow? I will give you one example that why we must study past and so on. All of us have gone through COVID time, isn't it? COVID killed 7 to 9 million people around the world this time. But if we didn't know about a similar pandemic virus, 1918 called Spanish flu, we would have lost hundreds of millions of people and so on. Exactly 1918-19 Spanish flu was a viral infection. COVID was a viral infection. At that time we didn't know anything about viruses. Bacteria we know, but they are even smaller than bacteria. And at that time what happened was it spread. 40 million people died at that time and so on. And world population was only hardly 1/4 of what it is today and so on. And immediately we know that this is a viral infection, is spread by respiratory route and so on. Vaccine is effective. And then we were able to take care of all those, and this time we got away with 7 to 8 million deaths and so on. Otherwise, it would have been a lot of people would have, fraction of the world population would have died and so on. That is the reason always, study the past, and then that will give us the lessons and so on, what we learned from the past and so on. So now we see that why we study ancient coins and what was their contribution to the Indian history. Next slide. And first thing comes up is that what are coins? And the coin is a piece of metal issued by an authority. They are fixed weight and value. And religious tokens and national coins are not legal tender. They are not coins. Next slide. And you look at this, I know in temple area and so on, they sell these. They are like size of the same coin and so on. Ram is right there. On the left hand side, Ram, Sita is there, Hanuman is sitting here.
Telugu చాలా comfortable, sir.
Yeah.
Telugu చాలా comfortable. Telugu.
Yeah, Telugu is a little difficult.
Very easy.
And then these are not coins and so on. They are tokens, religious tokens. Next. And you see Krishna and all, these are not coins. So coins are the official ones issued by him. And then next. And then you might ask me that when were the coins invented? Who invented coinage? What were the needs of the invention of coinage and so where were the need and so on? And what were the contribution of coins to the Indian history? That is what we are going to talk about and so on. Next slide. And the coins? Sir, try yes now. Okay. And being a surgeon, I was teaching neurosurgery all these 50, 60 years. So I am comfortable with English, and then Telugu hardly we use, isn't it? Suppose brain I described, say 3 days back there was a conference on spine and so on. And then you can't talk about that in Telugu, isn't it? So just I will try my best to talk to you in Telugu, but simple English I think you will be able to understand.